Welcome back here to Alphonse Stadium. And it appears that we got a couple chants during the break. Let's go Tars from a couple cameramen in the stands taking pictures and videos right now. Scott Kirk alongside Holton Pepper. Right now, Rollins out to a 2-0 lead. Jalen Whitehead looks to continue his dominance. 9 strikeouts so far. That is tied his season high. And standing in for Florida Tech is the catcher, Dylan Owens.
So on his 83rd pitch there, he's only allowed 2 hits to this point.
Again, that is a huge feat against a lineup that hits .355.
A lineup that obviously, like you said, the average, of course, but has obviously seen the ball very well out of pitcher's hands.
As that strike 2 hard in there on the outside. Also a lineup that scored 262 runs this season. 1-2 from Whitehead. Owens to second. Torres gloves it. Throw to first is in time to Jeslin to put him away.
Number 2, Alec Eldridge.
So with 1 gone, we see the leader in hits for the Sunshine State Conference, who's tied with the first baseman, Jeslin Whitehead. Alec Eldridge. They're both tied at 62 apiece. Here's a chance for him to take the lead in that category.
Yeah, you can see a definite difference. What you said earlier about the runs. The runs scored by the Florida Tech batting all season long combined is 347 runs. And then the Rollins has as far as their offense is concerned, they've only scored 259. So a definite difference in offenses here, and for Jalen Whitehead to only allow 2 hits to this offense, it's a testament to his work and his dedication to his craft and his different pitches and how much he's developed, because he's UCF transfer. So, of course, a D1 athlete at the least.
He's been awesome today, as here comes a 2-2 to Eldridge, who slaps it to Torres. Some deja vu work for him, and that's out number 2.
Just a routine ground ball there. It's almost like batting practice work out there for Torres. Just a ground ball, easy grab, and throw to first to Whitehead. Records the second out.
With 91 pitches in the ball game, I'm not sure how much longer Whitehead will stay out there. It doesn't look too probable that he'll finish things, but he could stay a little longer. I'm not sure what his stamina is like, but you would think he'd like to get double-digit strikeouts. With 2 outs here in the inning, this kind of his last shot, as here comes a fly ball to left field, and Ryan Coleman puts things away. So a very quick 1-2-3 inning once more. Jalen Whitehead has retired 14 straight. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Get up and stretch, folks. Rollins has a 2-0 lead. The starting pitcher for Florida Tech is still in the ball game, Joey Hecht. His numbers so far, 6 full innings of work. As we start the bottom of the 7th, he's allowed 6 hits and 2 earned runs. Of course, the back-to-back homers from Chase Acuff and Adams Torres.
Definitely not a strikeout guy, as he still has not. He has yet to strike any of these Rollins Tars hitters out this game.
That's right. Yet to strike anyone out. It's a great point. As Heron fouls one off, and it's 0-1.
Which is an uncharacteristic day for Joey Hecht. As I'm looking at the roster, as far as the pitching is concerned, he looks like he's among the top 5 in strikeouts. Actually, top 3. He may be the third man in this 4th. Let's go 4th. He's the 4th man in this pitching roster to have with the most strikeouts. So an uncharacteristic day for Joey Hecht.
Ball and a strike now to Jared Heron. And it's on the outside for ball 2. He's got 86 pitches, and we had the 2 guys warming up in the Panther bullpen. It was Danny Basallo and Zach Rogers. As the lefty, here's 2-1.
It is kind of interesting to see him still out here, and especially now that there's a 3-1 count. May look for a mound visit here in a minute, because with a 3-1 count, if you walk the leadoff hitter, I mean, it could be a sign of fatigue, and I really didn't expect him to be out here at the bottom half of this inning.
3-1 count to Heron. He slugs it right up the middle for a base hit, his first of the day. And you saw there a swing with all arms. But it works.
Good hack up the middle, though. No one's making a play on that one. That's as soon as it comes off the bat, you can start jogging to first. You're making it.
Most definitely. It's such an underrated skill to hit something up the middle. It really is.
I only did it like a few times in high school, dude. It felt so good hitting up the middle. I don't know why. It's like an automatic and there's that mound visit we were talking about.
And Pepe, you're right. Automatic base hit up the middle. But here comes the assistant coach Kenton Herring for a mound visit. It looks like that might be it for Joey Hecht. We'll find out in a couple seconds as the infield surrounds their guy for the mound visit. We'll see what the game plan is here, but so far, this ball game has been exactly what John Sjogren has said his team is. They rely on their pitchers. Their pitchers really carry ball games. Again, to allow 0 runs against a lineup like this, incredible. And then scoring 2 runs, it's just the way it is. Rollins won't get in a lot of shootouts. It's not how they're built. But I think it's a testament to how much work they've done in the offseason to really rehabilitate these guys in all the best ways. Because last season, Rollins was a team that finished 2 games under 500. As Joey Hecht is done for the day. That's it for him. 6 full innings of work, 2 earned runs, 7 hits, 1 walk, and no strikeouts. So coming in for Florida Tech, it looks like it's going to be number 9, Danny Vassallo. So Vassallo's going to take his warm-ups, and we'll be back after this quick break on the SSC Network. Welcome back into Hartford Shepherd Field at Alphonse Stadium. Scott Kirk alongside Holden Pepper. New pitcher in for Florida Tech. The Panthers are bringing out Danny Vassallo, number 9, a 5'10 sophomore right-hander. So Pepper, give us the rundown.
Scott so far has got an ERA of 3.51, so not ideal, but not horrible either. But a guy who's recorded 2 saves this year, has a 6-2 record, has allowed 54 hits, and that's, I hate to tell you, but that's the most on this team. That's the most out of the entire pitching staff. That's the most hits, and the batting average against him is a 245. So really going to have to come out here and be dominant against a lineup who's really done a good job today.
Vassallo is also a worker, though. He's got the most innings on this team as they throw back to first, but it gets past Eldridge Glove. So nice try there from Dylan Owens to try to get some deception. Catcher on catcher there.
There's also the guy that has allowed the long ball. He's allowed the most long balls, 6 home runs this season. The most out of any pitcher on Florida Tech.
Standing in is Joey Rubin. 1 for 3 today. He singled his last time up. Comes a 1-0. Third baseman comes in. Bunt attempt, and it goes foul.
Another piece of insight about Danny here is he leads in a couple of bad stats, but he leads in a really good one for this pitching staff as well, as he has the most strikeouts out of any pitcher at Florida Tech with 60. The nearest one to him is Boris Villa is 45 strikeouts, so he leads by 15.
Oh, bunt attempt, and Joey Rubin nearly with a tough moment there. Helmet comes off, came close to his face, but thankfully he's okay as it goes for a strike, but I'm sure he'll take a second to reassess and just kind of take a breath. Scary moment there.
It's funny. As soon as he went to the ground, I think me and him made eye contact. I just looked at him like, I'm sorry. I can't do anything about that.
Inside,
Ooh,
and
man.
That's for strike 2. Pete Carroll behind the plate. John Sjogren in the third base coaching box, not really happy with the call. First base coach for the Tars, encouraging his guy at the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Vassallo, and it hits him right on the neck.
Yeah, a little frustrated there, Ruben, after getting hit by a pitch, as he almost got targeted in the face a couple pitches ago. And then, of course, the inside breaking ball that caught the inside part of the strike zone. They got him a strike. But then, of course, the pitch that eventually hit him and showing some frustration there at the end.
And now we see Chase Acuff, nobody out, and 2 on. Jared Herron over at second. Joey Rubin at first. Acuff with the home run way back in the bottom of the third to make it 1-0. On deck is Adams Torres, who followed up with a home run of his own.
Definitely the guys you want up right now.
So Vassallo steps off. Acuff awaits the first pitch of the at-bat. The wind dies down for now. We'll see if Acuff can get it to pick back up again, but it looks like the third baseman, Paul Castillo for the Panthers, is giving some signals to his pitcher, Danny Vassallo. Maybe some double play stuff. What pitch is coming, where to align. A tense moment for the Panthers. If the Tars score, that could be all she wrote. Acuff driven to center field. And there's Schnurr to make the grab for out number 1. Took a while for the first pitch there.
Yeah, that took some time, I guess. Just needed to reevaluate. I honestly, I figured eventually he was going to call timeout and just call time to, because obviously the pitcher's trying to get in his head a little bit right there and mess with Acuff any way he can. And of course the pitch inside popped up, but not necessarily popped up, but a fly out to center field, but definitely wasn't going to get down. I mean, Schnurr's been making plays all day, and that was a routine fly ball to center. Not deep enough to move the runner at all.
And now we see Adams Torres, 2 on and 1 away. As I mentioned earlier, a home run in the third inning. Breaking ball in for a strike. Assistant coach for Florida Tech, Kenton Herring, out of the dugout, giving his defense some signs. Vassallo looks back. Here's an 0-1. Fastball misses for a ball. And as this game has progressed, we've seen more fans line up on the jerry-rigged bleachers in right field. Of course, we mentioned earlier there's no fans allowed in the stadium due to some reconstruction. So they've got their lawn chairs all lined up out in right field as Adams Torres lines one foul.
And I'd say it's a dangerous spot with how the ball's been flying out of the stadium, but with that protective netting, there's a second netting out there. So the other reason why you see a red truck out there that belongs to me, I feel safe, and that makes me feel safe.
I'm a fan of the parking over at the First National Bank on the third base side. They close at 4, game started at 5. What can they do? Here's a 1-2, and Torres in the hole, gets past the shortstop Tejanos. Herron's on his way home. Here's the throw from Newton, and he will score safely. Joey Rubin stays at second. The ball took a wild hop. And the Tars have a 3-0 lead now.
Yeah, good job there. Danny Vassallo definitely frustrated. Not the pitch he wanted. But with a guy like that up to bat, I mean, he's going to do his job. Torres is going to do his job and put that ball in play. And, of course, perfect spot, too, just out of reach of the shortstop. Tejanos couldn't get over there just in time. Made a good try, but it eventually, like I keep saying, eventually it was going to happen. These guys are making great plays, but that ball is going to find itself through the infield and in the gaps eventually.
Great piece of hitting there from Adams Torres. It's what we talked about. The situational hitting is what makes him so lethal as Jeslyn Whitehead steps in and takes a ball on the inside. With that RBI, that's up to 32 driven in for Adams Torres this season. Ball gets past the catcher, Owens. Rubin on his way to third, diving in. Ball gets past the glove of Castillo. Everything falling apart for the Panthers now. They are being hunted by these Tars.
I guess he just took his eyes off the ball trying to catch trying to catch Ruben there at third base because that was a great throw. Owens made a great throw down there to third base, and I guess Castillo just lost sight of where the ball was at because he went to tag and the ball was not there.
Yeah, ball popped out of his glove, and he's made some great plays today. He has saved at least 2 runs today himself. As here's Whitehead, driven to left center field. Schnurr calls for it. He makes the grab. Ruben tags up from third. He will score with ease. 4-0 Tars.
It's a great job right there. You got 2 runners in scoring position, especially the one at third, and ball deep enough. And Schnurr, we know, has been making some great plays. And well, now you got a guy at second base, 2 outs, but you're leading by 4 now. And Jalen Whitehead has been pitching an absolute dime for this team in this game. So with a 4-0 lead, it's really interesting to see the direction this game is going to take, because unless Florida Tech can get anything going offensively and get out of this inning alive without having any more runs scored against them, it's looking pretty bleak.
It is looking very bleak. Holton, as the head coach for Florida Tech, will talk to his guy. That's Jeff Tam, who's on the mound with Brandon Vassallo. We're not sure if that's going to be it. He's kind of giving him a rundown, and yes, that indeed is it for Vassallo. So Danny Vassallo, able to only pitch 2/3 of an inning. He allows 2 earned runs, and here comes a new pitcher in for the Panthers. We're going to take a quick break here on the SSC Digital Network. Rollins with a 4-0 lead. New pitcher in for the Florida Tech Panthers. On the mound, it's number 30, a left-handed pitcher, Aiden Brisgoda. True freshman out of Cocoa Beach, Florida, not too far away from Winter Park, and not too far away from Melbourne either. Brisgoda this season in 19 innings of work, an ERA of 6.16, and Holton, he's got some trouble finding the strike zone at times.
He absolutely has. The guy's racking up a 6.16 ERA, and he's plunked 7 hitters. That's an interesting stat that I saw. He's allowed 5 doubles. He's gotten 21 strikeouts, but he's got 10 walks and 13 earned runs.
Standing in with an 0-1 count, it's Nick Santucci, still looking for his first hit tonight. Santucci, second in the Sunshine State Conference with 14 home runs. It's quite the home run count right there. 14 is pretty solid. It's got some pop in his bat. Of course, this is his last season at Rollins, but there's about 7 weeks of baseball left if they make it to regionals, if they go deep in that tournament. So he's not even thinking about that at the moment. As there's a breaking ball inside for a strike. But Holton, here's a fun conversation. Nick Santucci. Major League Baseball is really hard, but Nick Santucci makes baseball look easy. You think Nick Santucci has a future in the league?
Yeah, I mean, he's going to have to work his way up through the league, obviously, with the minors and everything.
As this one is in the glove of Brett Parrish. So that will end the inning. That will end the inning. So that saves us from a fun conversation. But the Tars pick up 2 runs on 2 hits, thanks large in part to Adams Torres. And, of course, you can't forget about Jeslyn Whitehead. We move on to the top of the 8th, 4-0 Tars.